Hello all my ghosts! To celebrate the end of fall, I'm going to show you how to build this really cute pumpkin house. I hope you guys enjoy! Keep in mind that the quantities for these materials are more than you'll need, so you're going to have some left over. To begin, I build the first layer of the big pumpkin. The next layer is going to be slightly bigger, so it looks round. I know it looks a little square-like right now, but I promise it'll get rounder. If you ever get lost, be sure to pause the video. It's free, and it's the best way to see what I'm doing. The numbers floating above the columns represent how many blocks are in that column, just to make it easier for you guys when you're watching. Now I'm adding 5 blocks to both sides of the 2x6 portions of the frame. This is to add flair for windows we'll be adding later. After the main wall portion of the pumpkin is complete, we're going to create a series of decreasing rings on top of that, so the pumpkin looks round. Rocket science, right? Be sure to watch where I place the blocks, because I vary in whether I place it directly on top of the block under it or behind it. When building the pumpkin, make sure all your blocks are facing upwards, or the wood pattern is going to crisscross. And I don't know about you, but I don't want an ugly pumpkin. On this layer, I put 2 dark oak blocks so that they meet. It took me 80 tries to match the patterns up, but it got there. So just follow what I'm doing, hopefully without the 80 attempts at lining up the patterns. This will be our last pumpkin layer before we add our roof. When you go to make the roof, make sure you put it 1 block down from the topmost layer, and it doesn't matter what direction the blocks are facing. I personally like this weird crisscrossy braided pattern, but the stem is going to cover it up, so it doesn't really matter. Do whatever you want. As for the stem, make sure it looks as organic as possible. I didn't want my stem to just be like a 2x6 stack of blocks, so I made it slightly curved. Just keep playing with the block placements until it looks like a pumpkin stem. Now we're going to begin decorating. I decided to use dark oak planks for the stairs, just to keep in the theme with the pumpkin. I eventually make these stairs smaller because I don't want it to cover up the fences I'm going to add later. See how it covers it up a bit? I didn't like that, so I ended up making the top stairs longer and making the bottom stairs shorter. I added lanterns to the fences, and I added a spruce trapdoor just to make it look more interesting. I put candles on the fences, and a sort of fall theme with orange, cream, and white candles. The reason I only put 1 glass pane is because I thought it looked like the window was open. I put oak trapdoors for the flower boxes to give it some contrast with a lighter wood. I ended up putting campfires as scaffolding above the main doors because I thought it looked really nice. Here I am going around and adding all the redstone lamps. Don't forget to add your redstone blocks behind your lamps. I decided to go with dark oak to finish the windows because I thought it went well with the dark oak stripe already in the pumpkin. I finished all the windows by adding a campfire as scaffolding above all the lights. Here I am making the big windows. These are pretty similar to the other windows, except the scaffolding is one block lower and they have spruce trapdoors above them. They also have spruce fences above them, again to add interest because I think it looks nice. I changed all the flower boxes to oak because my squirrel brain forgot that was my original intention, so I had to go back and fix that. I made sure to add gates under all the flower boxes to make them look like they're attached to the walls. Here I'm making a simple well, just with bricked stone and mossy stone. I used spruce planks for the roof. I put in campfires just to tie it in with the decoration of the big house. I added a lamp to make it look pretty. Again, to tie it in, you know, make it look good. Also, a friend joined me, as you can see. Now, the water was doing something weird. I had to break the stairs and put blocks on top of it to make the water not leak out. It worked, so whatever. Now we move on to my favorite part of the build, the spooky jack-o'-lantern. Now, it's very similar to the main pumpkin house. However, the front part of the jack-o'-lantern won't be symmetrical because it needs to have a mouth. As you can see on the second layer, I left a brick out. That's because that is where the bottom of the mouth will start. Here, I'm beginning to add the teeth of the jack-o'-lantern. As you can see, it's smiling. I'm beginning to build the face of the jack-o'-lantern, specifically the eye sockets. This part can get a little confusing, so make sure you watch it, slow it down, pause it, whatever you need to do. But it'll all come together at the end. After you're done with the face, the rest of the jack-o'-lantern is pretty easy. It's like the big pumpkin, just slowly building up smaller circles so it looks round. This will be the last layer before the roof. Now the roof, I did it exactly like the big pumpkin. Random directions, doesn't matter, it's going to be covered by a stem. This stem I made slightly smaller, but I wanted it to be curved. To finish the jack-o'-lantern, I covered the inside walls with black concrete. Don't cover the bottom block, because that is going to be covered by redstone lamps, so that the pumpkin is illuminated from within, just like a jack-o'-lantern. When placing the redstone lamps, I did a border one block up than the rest, just so it looked interesting from afar. Now, we have a very cute and spooky jack-o'-lantern. Don't forget to add its eyes with black concrete. Very important. Now, I'm building a very wacky and non-Minecraft friendly bridge because it's on a diagonal, but I thought it looked pretty cute. Even if it's not perfectly straight. I even added candles to tie into the big pumpkin. Now I'm using oak leaves to create the vine that'll connect the two pumpkins together, just like in a pumpkin patch. I added actual vines just to make it look nicer, put more greenery in. Here, I'm using the oak leaves to create a loop in the vine, just to emulate the loopy, twirly vines that pumpkins have. I continued the vine around the well and into the water, because I thought it looked really neat when viewing from the front of the build. I continued the vine under that wonky bridge we made, and then up the side of the jack-o'-lantern to connect it at its stem. I positioned the vine so that it still showed from the front of the jack-o'-lantern, so you can physically see that they were connected. After placing each oak leaf block, I went back and added vines coming off of them to make it look like it was overgrown and more pumpkin patch-like and rustic. Now begins the most tedious part of the build, probably of a lot of builds, making the paths. I made sure to use a lot of podzol because I thought it looked a lot like pumpkin guts. And it was also very fall, it had fall colors. After I did the paths, I added hay bales and pumpkins and melons, bringing that fall vibe. For the finishing touches, I made lampposts out of spruce fences and lanterns. And I lit the candles in front of the big pumpkin. As for the inside, I didn't want to show you guys an empty room, so I just whipped up something rather quickly that I thought looked nice. Now there's only one thing left to do, guys. Light the bridge candles. Just kidding, guys. It's not that type of video. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching me build this cute pumpkin house for the end of fall, my favorite season. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. You know the gist already. And I'll catch you guys on the next build video. See ya!